Is brought to you by Paramount's new release, Eon Flux. Just sizing these guys up physically, you can tell that Thompson is the bigger man. He does have a bit of a size advantage. Wisniewski is wiry, with the reach being just about even.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge is Steve Mazzagatti.
All right, Joe, a couple of guys who are really testament to UFC's developmental system, if you will. These guys have been around the smaller circuits for a while, and this is their crack at the big stage.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're coming in not green at all. These guys are mixed martial arts veterans. Both of them have over 20 fights. Should be very exciting.
Thompson again in the white trunks, Wisniewski in black, and we're underway in the first of 3 5-minute rounds.
Exchange some strikes. Thompson gets in a knee. Good body shot by Thompson. Thompson looks to box. Thompson is having some success on his feet.
We don't know where these fighters prefer to be. We're not sure if one wants to grapple. We're not sure if they both want to keep it upright. The fans are getting a little impatient as Thompson goes in to wrap up Wisniewski. Nice right delivery there by Wisniewski.
Yeah.
We hear a lot about the UFC jitters, and again, a couple of guys making their UFC debuts, taking a while to feel each other out.
Yeah, Thompson is, he looks like he's got good strikes, he's athletic, he's moving in, but he's keeping his head wide open. He doesn't have his hands up at all, and his head is up high. His chin isn't tucked, his shoulders aren't up high to protect his chin. He's like straight up in the air, and if he pulls out with a good striker like that, if he pulls out of these exchanges, he could get cracked.
Does that indicate to you that he'd rather be on the ground?
Yeah, well, I know he's a ground specialist, but he's well-rounded. It's just like, some people develop bad habits, and they just kind of stick with them, I mean, the best fighters have the most orthodox style of throwing their hands. They keep their hands up high, and, the positioning is the hands by the cheeks and the shoulders slumped upward to protect the chin, and that's the best way to stand. It's the best way to learn. However, it's hard. It's hard to develop endurance, to hold your arms up like that. It's hard to keep the discipline and training to keep your arms up in that position, but it is definitely the best position for striking and the safest.
Well, Wisniewski trying to pin the grapple style of Thompson into the side of the cage.
I mean, we see it in boxing where guys get away with very unorthodox styles for a long period of time. Prince Nassim Ahmed is a good example. Roy Jones is another great example. Always had his hands down, always had a very unorthodox style. But then you look at a guy like Bernard Hopkins, and Bernard Hopkins always hands up high, always a traditional style, and I think it's better defensively.
So Wisniewski gets Thompson down onto the mat, and now he's got him in a spot where he can deliver some punches.
Thompson is in the guard. Excuse me, he's got Wisniewski in his guard. Wisniewski leaps in with a right.
Watch your heads in there, guys. Watch your heads.
Let's see what kind of guard Thompson has here.
There was a lot of indecision there.
You can kick off. You can up kick.
It seems that Wisniewski is almost waiting for Thompson to make the move on his back.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You hear people screaming knee. Wow. This audience is getting educated.
Man, I'll say.
They know what's going on. Wisniewski with the slam. Thompson is rolling into a Kimura. You see the grip he's got on Wisniewski's left arm right there. He's trying to pry that arm out and to get either a Kimura or an arm bar.
Inside of a minute now in our first of 3 rounds.
It's hard to see if he's got his hands locked in a good position. Seems like he does. What he wants is his right hand on Wisniewski's wrist and his left hand clamped onto his own arm. That'll provide the leverage that he uses to shake that arm loose. He lost it, looks like.
30 seconds, finish strong.
Wisniewski could take his back here if he's not careful. Oh, he's got it straightened out now, though. Okay, now he's rolled him over. Now he's got the Kimura, but he's in Wisniewski's guard. He's got to get out from in between. Okay, he let it go. In order for that to be effective, he would have had to have been out from in between Wisniewski's two legs. Wisniewski's legs in that position, in the guard position, nullified that Kimura that he had.
Thompson with an effective end to the first round as he got up and switched things around on Wisniewski rather, and landed a couple of right punches there before the bell.
Might have lost that round. Very close.
What's that?
Oh, wait, water.
Oh, I got
more water.
You see Wisniewski has a cut over his right eye.
Hey, take the action. Don't come all the way up. Posture up, but don't come all the way up to your feet, all right?
Let's take a look at the replay.
How bad's the cut?
We see Thompson trying to get some ground and pound going, and a late elbow after the bell. The only clean shot of that exchange.
Yeah. That's a tough first round to score. Again, there was a lot of indecision, a lot of feeling out in the first 2.5 minutes. It wasn't until the end of the round that Nick Thompson actually got aggressive and was able to score, at least land, a couple of simple clean shots.
Let's go.
Whether or not they were good enough to score remains untold. What's he saying there?
I'll let you give me one after the bell.
They're talking to each other.
All right, guys, here we go. Bring it on.
Second round underway.
Thompson with a couple jabs. Nice uppercut by Wisniewski. Oh, runs into a jab. This is a wild striking exchange.
And until that kick by Wisniewski, we were into pure boxing for almost 30 seconds here.
Sometimes guys forget that they can kick. You get caught up in these exchanges of hands, and then you get cracked with a leg that you don't expect. That's the beauty of mixed martial arts, that you use everything. Sometimes when you're looking to strike, the guy takes you down. I mean, you have to really be aware of all the different aspects of the sport. Tie up. Wisniewski's got Thompson up against the fence. Wisniewski gets him to the ground. Nice, mounts him. Very nice. Bad position for Nick Thompson. You see he's pushing on Wisniewski's leg, and he manages to get a leg free and bring him to half guard.
Well, Wisniewski's he's been able to take down Thompson, the bigger man, in each of the first 2 rounds, but really has been unable to do anything while on top of the larger fighter.
He's got a guillotine. Wisniewski lost it there, and Thompson reversed him. Now Thompson is on top, and it looks like he's trying to work. Looks like he's trying to work a guillotine with his left hand.
And this is where Nick Thompson's extra size has really paid off, because Wisniewski, again, has been unable to do anything when he's had his opponent on the ground. You know, but the same can be said for Thompson.
Yeah, He's got a Kimura. He got a Kimura. This might be it. He's got it locked up. Nope. Good job by Wisniewski rolling out of that.
Oh, and he lands a clean shot to Thompson.
Thompson again working for that Kimura. That must be his go-to move. He keeps pinning down Wisniewski's left arm.
An elbow and a good right. And Wisniewski's trying to get out of there, starting to take a real beating here. And again, Thompson trying to pin him. You just sense that Nick Thompson is close to finishing this thing here.
Yeah, he's definitely dominating at this point.
Oh, that was a gut shot. You're feeling those.
Yeah, nice punches to the body by Nick Thompson. He's trying to get his right leg out. He's stuck in what's called the lockdown of Wisniewski's legs, his half guard.
Left elbows to the face, right punches to the midsection. And Wisniewski's really not been able to get off the mat here in the second round.
Well, it would definitely help Nick Thompson if he could get his leg free. He's trying to get his right leg out from in between.
Oh, big right hand. Wisniewski missed a second shot. Wisniewski is more than dazed now, but he's able to prevent Nick Thompson from landing a huge blow.
And very importantly, you see he's containing Nick Thompson by holding onto that leg. Now he's got butterfly guard. He's doing a very good job defensively of keeping Nick Thompson from getting in a more dominant position. He's keeping him from mounting him or keeping him from getting him into side control.
Keith Wisniewski is black and blue and bleeding, but we're marveling at the job he's doing of preventing the bigger man from finishing him here.
It looked like he was rolling into a leg lock right there. He's in a position right there he could go for a heel hook. He let it go. Back to butterfly guard.
And that cut over Keith Wisniewski's right eye is bleeding away from his eye. That's why we've had no stoppage at this point.
It's a bad spot, though. It's right on the eyelid.
You can hear Wisniewski's corner giving him 1 minute marks. He's just trying to survive the second round.
Yeah, he's taking a battering here. This round definitely belongs to Nick Thompson.
Stay busy, stay busy.
A left-landed. Oh, now he's got his hands free.
Just hammer fists to the face. I mean, these aren't hard blows, but they're very effective, and they're, you know,
watch your head, watch your head.
Good body shot.
Inside of 30 seconds now in a round that has been dominated by the bigger man, Nick Thompson.
Nick Thompson is pretty much controlling Wisniewski on the ground here.
Man, I tell you, Wisniewski has missed a couple of those full wind, top-down punches. And at the bell, we'll take you into Nick Thompson's corner. That's the end of the second round. Keith Wisniewski, he really took a beating in round number 2.
I gotta wipe you off. Water. Some water.
All right, let's take a look at the replay. Some action from round 2. Boom, big right hand from Nick Thompson. Let's take another look at that. The most effective blow of the fight so far.
Boy, what was just as effective were the misses. I mean, because Keith Wisniewski was 1 or 2 inches away on a couple of occasions from being right in front of those bigger shots, and that might have finished him in the second.
Okay. Fight your fight.
Definitely looks like the momentum is in Nick Thompson's corner right now. Let's see if Wisniewski can do something to pull this out.
So they have attended to the cut over the right eye of Keith Wisniewski. Third and final round underway.
Keith looks very tired. He looks very tired here. He is wide open, too.
Not a whole lot behind big roundhouse punches here to start the third. Oh, he got caught there with a right and a left to the chin.
Wisniewski with a comeback.
And an effective kick.
Runs into a punch, though. Gotta be careful here. Thompson's winging.
Sock'em robots.
Wisniewski's mouthpiece is hanging out. Nick Thompson's looking to take him to the ground. He's got a leg, and he's got him on his back.
This has been all too familiar a position for Wisniewski.
Again, this is the same spot, though. Wisniewski's doing a good job of keeping him in half guard, at least sort of containing or controlling a portion of Nick Thompson's body and keeping him from getting ultimate, perfect leverage to rain down big, heavy shots. If Nick can get into the mount position, this could be the end for Wisniewski. He looks very tired here.
Make it work for you, make it work.
Good right hand by Thompson, very sneaky.
What does Thompson have to do to finish it here and prevent this from going the decision?
Well, you know what? He could either get a submission, which he's working towards right now. He's got a hold of Kimura, but he's still trapped inside Wisniewski's legs. He's got to get his leg free and get out. Well, he can finish it from here. He might have it. That looks bad. Nope. Wisniewski rolls out of it. He doesn't have much left. If he can get his right leg out from in between Wisniewski's legs and mount him and then do that, I think he can finish the fight.
Keith Wisniewski has really taken a beating here, and still has the presence of mind as a fighter to roll out.
Now he's mounted. This is much worse. Now he's got his back. Thompson's got his back. Uh-oh. What's Thompson doing? He's stretching him out. He's got his back, stretching him out. He's pulling him down.
Could this be the armbar here that could finish it?
Looks like he's going for an armbar here. This might be the end.
Oh, man.
He's got two hands locked in the arm. I mean, Keith isn't even defending that arm at this point in time. That's it.
That's
it.
That's going to be it.
He's got it locked out. He's turning it the wrong way, though. He's got to turn it the other way. He's got to turn it the other way. Thumbs down. Wow, that was a bad mistake.
Oh, Wisniewski got out of it.
He's turning it down, actually, which is actually the way to defend against that armbar.
This thing was all but done, and here comes a rejuvenated Keith Wisniewski.
Mounted now.
Let's see if he has anything left to try to go on the offensive.
And Nick is going for a Kimura from the bottom here. Nick is pretty tired himself. Nick has got the Kimura from the bottom, but he's mounted. He's mounted with the Kimura. Wow.
Boy, and Keith Wisniewski has really captivated the imagination of this crowd that's watched him get pounded for almost 3 complete rounds until he's turned it around here late in the third.
Yeah, great display of resiliency by Keith Wisniewski.
We were just a centimeter or two away from Thompson having the armbar the right direction, as you pointed out, Joe, and this thing was done.
Yeah, he just made a bit of an error in how he held the hands, how he held his. What he needed to do is have his thumb upward and really isolate that arm and pull it down. But he actually had it turned the wrong way, where his thumb was placed down towards Thompson's stomach, which actually goes with the joint instead of against it. He's working the Kimura again. Oh, he might have it this time. Nope, he lost the control of the arm. They're both very tired at this point.
And as bloodied as Keith Wisniewski is, he's been able to avoid an armbar, a Kimura, a submission. And now it looks like Thompson's just going to try to slug his way through the last 30 seconds and maybe get to a decision.
It looks like if he can do that, he's going to win this decision. He's got him in side control. He's dropping a few knees and elbows here. Still got 20 seconds to finish it.
And inside of the final few ticks, it is rather clear that if it does go to decision, Nick Thompson will have himself a victory in this welterweight battle. And that'll do it. And a nice round of applause as this UFC 56 crowd not only appreciating the effort by Nick Thompson, who controlled the fight, but by Keith Wisniewski, who withstood a number of facial problems, and then a couple of instances where it looked like this thing was done.
Let's take a look at the replay. Let's take a look at that arm bar. You see him, he's got his hand where his palm is facing downward. And he lets it go here. He loses control with his legs. And Wisniewski rolls him. Here's another instance. Thompson on the bottom, scrambling.
The first one, they reversed me then.
So the UFC debuts of Nick Thompson and Keith Wisniewski are official.
Hi, Mom. I love you.
As we wait for a decision,
law school, my brother, my
Nick
dad.
Thompson certainly thinks he's done what he has needed to do to win his first UFC contest. Again, this was the fighter with a 22-8 mixed martial arts record coming into this UFC battle.
I'd really like to hang out with you. Not to be creepy, I just think we could be good friends.
Keith Wisniewski gave him all he could take. You know, Nick Thompson told us before this fight that as these two have known one another for a while, Thompson felt like he was a better fighter in every aspect, except for maybe holding position. And for the decision, we send it back into Bruce Buffer.
Right? You can at least hang out with me, though, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All three judges scored this contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Nick Thompson.
Nick Thompson, a winner in unanimous decision.
Molly, I love you.